It's 6 o'clock p.m. on this beautiful day, Friday, October 25th, 2024. And I'm here as the sun sets. I just opened up the area. The wire was like right here. I don't know if you can tell on the grass. The camera might not be picking up enough detail to really let you see the difference in height. There's 48. Hello, 48. She's got long legs. Anyway, the grass here is really good. This northwestern part of my pasture last year was just filled with Bermuda grass. Even out here, there wasn't that much goatweed, so I did get a little more goatweed this year. I'm not entirely sure for the reason of it, but the grass looks really good underneath the goatweed, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'm not thinking that the goatweed's going to take over my pasture and kill all the grass, but I don't really understand why, the grass isn't as strong as it was last year. Maybe I didn't graze it hard enough or something like that. There's every once in a while I'll see a comment, or I'll see on a video, or in a video sometimes even, and people are comparing the total grazing versus the selective grazing methods. And this is one of those cases where I wonder what would have happened if I had been more aggressive with the grass and grazed it down a little harder instead of trying to stockpile it. Because if you recall, last winter I spent the time in the southwestern part of my pasture. I was putting hay out there. I couldn't unroll it because it was damaging my side-by-side, so I was just putting it out on its side. And we got some rain, and it created some tremendous mud bowls and just pretty much destroyed the ground to the point where you wouldn't think anything would grow at all. But sure enough, we got some pretty good spring grass there. The summer grass wasn't very good there. So if I go there right now, it almost looked like a desert with some grasses growing in between. But this part is where I kind of stockpiled and let things do what they wanted to do. I grazed it lightly as long as there was grass, and then once the grass kind of stopped growing, I just kind of left it alone and left it as a stockpile for the winter. So seeing so much goatweed isn't really something I wanted to see, but it is what it is. And as I've said many times before, the goatweed really doesn't concern me. Even if it was thick. But you can see here the grass in between the goatweed is very well. I guess here's a bare spot. I'm not sure what caused that or why, but it's bare. But anyway, let's go see what the cows did to the last section. That's what I wanted to talk about. I was concerned about the sun being so low to the horizon, so I have to put my back towards the sun if you want to see anything. I'm really happy with how they grazed this. The manure's looking good. I'll just look at the manure first, and then we'll walk up on the troughs, because the troughs are away from the sun. All right. Yeah. So the manure looks like it's spreading out nicely. There's a little bit of manure that's been piling up. Mostly it's lower to the ground. I don't know what happened here. Maybe somebody stepped in it or laid in it or something, but that manure got spread out on its own. They certainly ate all the grass, but there's some left that I can see that they didn't touch. There's some lumping of manure there. It's hard to tell because that's not a full patty what exactly is going on, but from the consistency, just looking at it, it looks like it's fairly firm on the upper end of what I'd like it to be. This one's beyond what I'd like it to be. That's more than firm enough. So yeah, there's a pile over here that's not what I want to see at all. That's too high. That's too firm. So the manure's piling up, so if I could, I'd give them a little shot of protein. This one here, this is not good. This is what it looks like in spring. So this cow is eating too much. It's running through her like a rocket. It's coming out liquid out the butt, which is not what I want. Not that liquid, at least. Maybe a little bit, but not that much. I'd probably estimate about 10 pounds, maybe 5 pounds left in this trough. It looks like they're able to get the protein and miss the salt somehow. I don't know how that works, but maybe the salt concentration increases as it goes down. Maybe the salt is settling out or something, and so the stuff on the bottom is just plain too salty for them to eat. Same story here. Looks like about the same amount. That's about what they were when I put the 100 pounds in this morning, so they're still eating about 100 pounds a day, it looks like. Well, I'll come back tomorrow and see what it is and then tell you how much they ate. You know, I do like having them more densely, more tightly packed together, and I should probably try doing a 3 times or 4 times daily move. So there's about 11 hours of sunlight. I assume that they start grazing once they can start to see, and they stop grazing once it's too dark for them to see. So we'll add an hour to that and say there's 12 hours of sunlight. If I were to do 3 times daily move, that would be every 4 hours. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, every 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. And if I were to do 4 daily moves, that would be every 3 hours. So I'd have to come out here at 7 in the morning, and then 10, 1 p.m., and then 4 p.m. Or I could start at 8, 11, 2 p.m., and then 5 p.m. Or we can shift it forward another hour and do 9, noon, 3 p.m., and then 6 p.m. as the sun sets. I might give that a try tomorrow and see what that looks like. Tomorrow is Saturday. I don't really have much else to do, so I might give that a try. I did want to do some cleaning. My shop gets dusty, and there's that. I'll show you guys. There's that little structure I had that when I got it, it was busted, but now it's like beyond busted. I don't need it at all. It serves no purpose other than being an eyesore. The other chore that I wanted to do was I wanted to lay some conduit underground so that in the future I could run the electric fence underground from the shop to the fence. So I put the charger on the outside of the shop, and then run the electric wire down underground to the fence. That's something I think I'd like to do. So maybe what I'll do is I'll get some conduit, and because I'm going to put some gravel down, well, I'd have to talk with my friend about the best way to do that. But I could put the wire in the conduit straight. I think that might work, but I was looking at the voltages and like how much insulation you need, and I think instead what I'm going to do is get insulated wire and put that down the conduit. I don't think the ground wire needs insulation, but I'll probably do it anyway. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.